And welcome back to St. James Academy in Lenexa, the 12th annual St. James Volleyball Slam. Again, a full day of volleyball action to serve up this brand new high school season. We've already got one match in the books. Gardner Edgerton defeated Shawnee Mission East earlier in 3 sets. Getting ready for our second match with Mill Valley and Blue Valley. I'm Leon Liebel along with the legend, Nancy Dorsey. And this will be an interesting match coming up. Mill Valley led by a big hitter, Briley Peterson.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good matchup of two good 6A powerhouse schools. We've got Mill Valley Jaguars led by their veteran coach, Debbie Fay. And we've got Briley Peterson, a 4-year starter for the Jags. We're going to look to see great things from her. On the other side of the court, we've got the Tigers led by their coach, Dave Johnson. We'll see junior right side hitter Avery DeLong taking the big swings. And then, of course, sophomore Ryan McAleer, their libero, to make huge plays in the back row. Johnson said, Ryan has a gift, and that gift is volleyball. And I could hear his voice saying that. So I'm really excited to see how these two teams match up. I think it's going to be an exciting morning.
Coach Johnson's a fun guy to talk to as we're getting ready. Mill Valley, Blue Valley coming up from the St. James Volleyball Slam. We're back to serve it up right after this. Hy-Vee proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics, including right here at St. James Academy, the St. James Volleyball Slam. Our second match of this morning. Earlier it was Gardner Edgerton defeating Shawnee Mission East in a back-and-forth close 3-set match. Right now, though, it is Mill Valley, the Jaguars, against the Blue Valley Tigers. As there's Mill Valley will be wearing the blue jerseys. Little similarities here in the uniforms. Mill Valley in a more of a gray, I guess, trimmed in the gold. And as I mentioned to you off air, Nancy, it's a good thing they're not playing basketball here.
Yeah. It'd be super confusing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll try to keep it all in perspective here as getting Blue Valley coached by Dave Johnson. Mill Valley Jaguars coached by the veteran Debbie Fay, who's in her 39th season.
It's amazing.
She coached 15 years at Park Hill and then 16 more years at Park Hill South. She was just inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame last year.
Very exciting. Congratulations to Coach Fay. It's amazing that anybody's in the game, any game really that long, you know, and she certainly doesn't look like she's been in the game that long. You would never know by looking at her.
Of course, she's has her own volleyball family. Two of her daughters, one played at Pittsburgh State. I think the other played at KU. So
K-State, I think.
K-State.
K-State, yeah.
As we're about ready to go here, Mill Valley Jaguars. They were 22-7 a year ago. And again, talking to Debbie Fay, she was really enthusiastic about the opportunity to play in this event. In her words, it's our chance to play with the big girls. So.
It's a fun event. Every time it keeps coming across our screens here at the monitors that it's the 12th year, I just kind of have to pinch myself. This was a dream about 15 years in the making, and when it became reality 12 years ago, it was we didn't have a feature court, so we had to lay down a sport court and bring in a net. It was a hot mess, but we made it happen.
All right, Tori Gellis with the serve for Blue Valley, and that goes out, and it's Mill Valley taking an early 1-0 lead in the first set as we're just underway. Briley Peterson, Nancy talked about at the top of the broadcast, serving for the Jaguars.
Starts with an ace.
I think somebody on the bench hit that. So it's 2-0.
Yeah, it was a great serve. She's got a nice flat float serve. Good start for the Jags, and they brought some fans. They got some noise. I love it.
Yeah, they got a good student section across the way. All right, for Blue Valley.
Kill for 16, Grace Wagers, sophomore middle. Johnson describes her as hungry. It's a kid that wants to get better and works hard in the gym every day. You can't teach that, so that's a great and important skill to have.
And that one drops in, and that will be a score for the Jaguars of Mill Valley, 3-1.
Mad Dog, as they call her, Madeline Schrupp. That's a great name.
I wasn't sure if that was appropriate. I saw that, Madeline Schneff.
I didn't even think about that, but I guess that's true. But I do, hey, I like it. They're bringing the energy today, the Jags.
Well, they certainly are. Off to an early 4-1 start now.
just like our last match that we did together, it always starts with pass and serve. And what's that going to look like?
Sydney Kaiser serving and for Mill Valley, and that into the net. So it's 4-2, and the Tigers now with their libero, Ryan McAleer.
Ryan McAleer coming off a great summer. Her club team won Open Nationals. It's a pretty hard thing to do, pretty impressive. She was our libero for that team.
I assume most of these girls play a lot of club volleyball.
Yeah.
That's when they ask some of these coaches about playing early in the morning. They say, well, they're used to it.
They're used to it, yeah. Yeah, we play tournaments too all season, every Saturday pretty much.
And that's served too deep. And that is out. That'll be another point for Mill Valley. Couple substitutions coming in for the Jaguars. Ava Jones, number 2. And Taylor Roberts, 5'9" senior, into the game. For Mill Valley, again, they lead 5-3 of the Blue Valley Tigers. Ava Jones will be serving for the Jaguars.
Oh, looks like we're out of rotation. Maybe, I didn't see it, but I think Madeline Schreff maybe left a little bit early. She's talking to the official. No, they're saying Taylor Roberts left too early.
So Blue Valley cuts that lead now to 1, 5-4, and will be serving. Charlie Thomas now for the Tigers, and the serve. Yeah, there's a little more noise in the building now.
Great dig there by Ava Jones, the setter for the Jags. Tori Gellis just was going for that second ball, taking it over. Just a little miss hit there. It can certainly happen under the circumstances. Yeah, she was just trying to set that ball over.
Taylor Roberts, I think, was credited with the score there for Mill Valley. Madeline Sneff serving. And that'll go to Blue Valley. Back to a 1-point advantage for Mill Valley. The Tigers trying to tie here. Tori Hamilton with the serve. That's a
nice pass.
Yeah.
They call the double, though, on that set. Let's take a look. Starts with a great pass there from Sydney Kaiser, libero for the Jags. Oh, yeah. She just had it in her hands a little too long. Yep.
So we're all tied up 6-6. In Hamilton with the serve.
Another nice pass. Love that smile from Taylor Roberts, senior right side. Faye describes her as full of fire. She's got a big swing, as you saw there. She just tools the block. She's got that block floating a little bit, uses those outside hands. Great side out play.
A bit of a miss hit there, and that point will go with Mill Valley.
Not uncommon to see hitting errors in these first outings, right? These girls have not played together in a match setting yet. For the Kansas side, this is their first game of the season. So gotta work out some of those kinks and kind of work through some of those things.
I saw a little bit in the first match with Gardner Edgerton and Shawnee Mission East, but the further along we got, the intensity and quality of play really picked up. And now a block here at the net, and that's going to go to Blue Valley.
There, the setter gets that. That is something that setters are so good at, those jousts where it's between two players, a hitter and a setter. A setter almost always wins those. It's all about timing. Well, they need to stop serving the libero from Mill Valley. She's been nails.
Taylor Roberts trying to finish it off for Mill Valley, and now another miss hit on the Blue Valley side. And a terrific dig by the libero. Check that again.
Yeah, Kaiser's
Kaiser.
She's got a good vision there. She's got a great platform, and she's just putting it right. The setter doesn't even have to move. Put it right in her hands. Give her 3 options every time.
Well, 9-7 Mill Valley, and again serving.
It's gonna be tight.
Oh, man.
Huge block.
Tori jealous.
Tori.
She'll go back to serve as well. I think that was her.
Yeah, that was. Take a second look at that. That's a big swing. Tori Gell. Yeah, she got that one all by herself. Those hands around, press and seal that net. It's a great side out play. Yep.
It's pretty intense here right in front of us at the net. A lot of action.
Calling a couple doubles here in the early part of the game. Again, that's something you see at the beginning of the season a little bit more often than we'll see at the end of the season. Just kind of getting a feel for the ball.
Tigers have come back to tie it up now 9-0 or 9-9 in the first set.
Freshman, Seda Jacobs, using the block. Gonna love to see a freshman out there, especially on the outside. Just took advantage of that block.
Terrific look there. All right, 10-9 now. Mill Valley back on top. Riley Peterson serving.
Nice save.
Another big block. And that, I believe, was Avery DeLong.
But it was a kill for the Jags, Madeline Schneff. They're using the block right now, which is a really effective tool. The Tigers are lining up right at the pin, and they're giving some hands. They're not sealing. They're not.
Avery DeLong again with the serve. Nice save.
Jags are scrapping.
And that one a little deep and out. Back to Blue Valley as it's 11-10 Mill Valley. Maintaining that 1-point lead here in the first set. Second match of the day. 8 matches in all at the St. James Volleyball Slam.
Oh, nice. Madeline Schneff with another one off the block. This is the timing thing. Blocking is such an important skill, but it is really all about timing. And the block for the Jags just a little bit up, a little bit early. She catches those hands. That's a very hard ball to defend. Nice swing.
Madeline Schneff, a 5'8" junior for Mill Valley. And that serve is out, and back to Blue Valley. It's a tight set here, 12-11.
A lot of back and forth. We've seen that so far today. They have served literally every ball to Sydney Kaiser. She's right in the middle of the floor, so it's hard to avoid her, but it's not who I'm serving.
And that ball drops in for the Mill Valley score. As Taylor Roberts comes back in for Mill Valley. Also Ava Jones back in for the Jaguars, and Ava Jones will go back to serve for Mill Valley. So they now lead 13-11.
Jones, a sophomore setter. Faye says she digs like there's no tomorrow. So we can see that.
And right into the net.
I jinxed her. Said something nice, and then she missed her serve. It's my fault. She's right back. Charlie Thomas going back to serve for the Tigers. Dave Johnson just held up a 4. That's their 4th missed serve.
Well, something we saw in the first match of Gardner Edgerton and Shawnee McNeese, a lot of missed serves, and don't know if that's a first match of the season thing. Man. And wow, there we go again.
It definitely is. We see it. Yeah, that was the 3rd miss in a row, just back and forth, miss after miss after miss. You see that a lot in the first game, especially in the Slam. It's a big stage. You know, they've got cameras in their face, and there's TV timeouts, and for a young kid who's never experienced something like that, it can be a little intimidating.
Tori Hamilton.
Oh boy, 4 in a row. Dave is just like bent over, head down, like you gotta be kidding me.
Again, that one looked like it might have been an aggressive serve that time, trying to get it in just in the backside and too long. Ashlyn Landon serving this time for Mill Valley in the big finish that time. Is that Connolly Kilgore?
That was a big swing. That heavy arm that Johnson talks about coming from Kilgore, but let's take a look and see if we can. Yeah, it was just out. She was right out there, right back was right on the line, so nice call by the officials there.
16-13, Mill Valley will take that point.
Gonna go for it again.
Kilgore. Taylor Roberts. Taylor Roberts, whose coach says brings the fire and brings the heat with her swing, and she did there. And we've got a timeout on the floor as Mill Valley out to a 17-13 lead in the first set. We're at the St. James Volleyball Slam. We're back with more right after this. All right, we're back at St. James Academy for the St. James Volleyball Slam. Mill Valley serving with the 17-13 lead here in the first set. And we have seen some big hits on the net. Both these teams really swinging hard. Blue Valley trying to come up the score and the block. Oh, man. Is that Taylor Roberts? Look at the crowd. Blue Valley crowd, look
All
that
you can
one.
do there is just get excited with them, right? Taylor Roberts with the huge stuff block. They're bringing
Ava Moore, or check that, Reese Johnston right there with her.
They're bringing Conley Kilgore in on that 3 ball. She likes that ball, so she can swing it back to right back. And I'm guessing they're going to push her out to the pin now, give her a little more space to make something happen.
Boom.
Nice.
Riley Peterson, we talked about her in the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah, she's done a good job. That's a good swing, that sharp angle. Just caught Ryan McAleer cheating a little inside the court. That's a hard ball to play outside your body.
19-13 Mill Valley, its biggest lead of this set. As you mentioned we're in the break, not a lot of finesse in this game. They're really
they're just going for it. Yeah, they're bringing the heat. That's all they're interested in.
And they brought the heat right there again. That's a score for Blue Valley.
Conley Kilgore there with the kill. They pushed her out to the pin, and she found some floor.
I saw in the notes, her name is also Cece, and I asked Coach Johnson. He goes, well, that's what I call her. So I don't
Everybody gets nicknames. That's a thing in volleyball.
There's Julia Kinney with the serve. And, man, it is intense right in front of us here next to the net.
Yeah, swinging at high hands. Just the Blue Valley block is up, and they're ready. They're just not really penetrating the net, so they're giving high hands to use, and the Mill Valley Jaguars are doing a good job of taking advantage of that.
Sydney Fayette now into the game, and she'll be serving for Mill Valley, the 5'4" senior. And that's a nice serve as Tigers
Nice
still able
cover.
to handle it. And Mill Valley coming up with now a 21-14 lead, and the Blue Valley Tigers are going to call another timeout. And with that, we're going to take another timeout. 21-14, first set, Mill Valley leading Blue Valley. We're back after this. All right, Debbie Fay and her Mill Valley Jaguars now with a 21-14 advantage here in the first set over Blue Valley. And again, Sydney Fayette serving. And Blue Valley coming out of that timeout, not able to handle the serve, and now down 22-14. Biggest lead of any team we've seen in our first 2 matches.
Yeah, I like the energy the Jags have. They have some fans. Their energy on the court is really good, but things are going their way. When the ball rolls your way, it's pretty easy to have the energy. I've watched the Blue Valley Jaguars play many years now, and they always have really talented teams, and they're led by a good coach. So they're going to make a comeback, I have no doubt.
Grace Wagers there showing a little finesse that time on the little tap over the net, and gets the point for Blue Valley. 22-15. Big hit, and that ball may have been on its way out, but it was touched by the Tigers, and
I was waiting for that cheer. It's a classic when a freshman gets a kill and she looks embarrassed. She's like, oh, please stop. Please don't do that. Sweet girl. Good kill there on the back line.
Avery DeLong. And into the net. Seen a lot of that so far this morning.
Yep.
23-16.
Another great pass by Sydney Kaiser. Nice finish there by Madeline Schneff.
24-16, so it'll be set point now for Mill Valley.
The big difference here is that the Jaguars have been in system this entire game. Almost every ball's been served to the libero. Sydney Kaiser, and she's kept their setter just right where she needs to be so she can set anybody and everybody.
What do we get?
Well, the net violation on that last
and that's
play.
going to be it. 25-16, Mill Valley. Let's see the set point here again.
It's a nice tight ball. Yeah, just on that follow through on the hand.
Avery DeLong just goes over the net. So that's the end of the first set, as Mill Valley has a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more after this. Well, the Mill Valley Jaguars have an enthusiastic crowd here at St. James Academy, as we see.
The roller coaster. It's a fan favorite.
It's all orchestrated very nicely, and their team playing very well out to a 1-0 lead. There's Debbie Fay, the head coach of the Jaguars, the veteran, again, their 39th season as a head volleyball coach. And Debbie Fay, the Mill Valley coach. Dave Johnson's the Blue Valley coach.
Got them mixed up there, didn't we? Yeah, Dave's been there a long time too, and it's so much energy and just kind of always spark plug for his team. Gets them going, gets them excited. Now, they started out, you know, obviously a little bit rough with the serve receive, and they missed a lot of serves. I think they missed 5 or 6 serves. So you just come in a timeout after that and say, listen, okay, that's over. Now we have 2 more sets. It's start over.
Ryan McAleer, the libero, is really trying to get her team fired up. Blue Valley's going around slapping 5, and they get the first point of the second set. Just got it over the net and in.
Nice job there by Tori Gellis, the junior setter. It was a tight pass, and she did what setters do on those balls when they're front row. Take it over and try to score.
And Tori Gellis serving for the Tigers. A little soft high serve that time, and a nice shot.
Blue Valley was in a little rotation defense there, so you've got 2 defenders splitting that backcourt, and they did a nice job there. Bradley Peterson is splitting that defense, just put it right in that hole. We called a field goal. Just kick that field goal right through the middle.
It was right through the uprights, no doubt about that one. Bradley Peterson serving for the Jaguars of Mill Valley. Trying to close out the match. They can win this set. Long way to go, obviously, as it's just now 2-1 as we watch that one again. Good look at Dave Johnson.
Yeah, Conley Kilgore did a nice job again finding those holes. As you look at that block, they're floating a little bit. They're going to create some seams and create some space for you. Great finish.
Conley Kilgore now serves into the nets. Blue Valley looking for some momentum, and that doesn't help.
Dave just looked at her and gave her a stare down. We've got to get our serve in play.
Dave's got a big Under Armour mask on. That thing is huge.
Nice. Nice touch. Well, the lift. Did not hesitate with that whistle. Grace Wagers did the right thing, but just maybe held on to it just a touch too long.
Seen that several times, especially in this match, actually, a couple times now. As for Mill Valley, Sydney Kaiser, the libero, will be serving. Nice serve. Tigers, though, that's out. 4-2 Mill Valley. Again, in the first set, it started out pretty tight back and forth, and then the Jaguars really went on a run to win that first set 25-16. See
nice
what happens
touch
here. And finally, we're seeing a little more finesse. It's a couple points now.
Yeah, Tori Gellis, the setter, is doing a good job of kind of mixing it up, running her offense and taking some chances. She's in the backcourt there and then took that second ball over, caught the Jags by surprise.
And that just falls in.
Right off the block. Again, it's that timing factor. Just a touch early. They're catching the block on the way down. You swing high hands at that block, and that's an easy way to score.
Taylor Roberts back in, the 5'9" senior. She's been outstanding for Mill Valley in the first set. This is the second set, of course. And that,
Not sure what just happened. Did that hit her?
I think it did. Yes, it did. That's going to be a point for Blue Valley. We're going to see that one again. Let's see how that
She was trying to get out of the way. She thought it was out. Oh, I don't know if it did hit her. I think it might have hit the ground and then hit her, but
I think you're right.
It's kind of hard to see. I'd have to see that like 2 or 3 more times to catch it, I think.
Again, no review challenges in high school sports.
Nice touch.
I know that we do if that happened anyway.
There we go.
Blue Valley have a couple back-to-back scores now as they tie it up 5-5 here in the second set.
See the nice dig there by Conley
great
Kilgore.
Job by Kilgore going to the floor.
Oh, and right in the donut. I love it. The donut is deadly.
Roberts into the net.
There we go.
Opportunity was there.
Julia Kinney that time really does a good job of closing and penetrating the net. That's a disciplined block. Nice play.
6-5 now. Tigers on top. Charlie Thomas serving, and great serve. Out of the reach of Taylor Roberts on the other end. And now 7-5.
Johnson calls her Chuck. Said she's steady. She's the steady Eddie of the team. Serving up the ace. Yeah. It's a lift. So
you really can see those.
Yeah, I was a setter once. Ava Jones just held on to that ball. It was just kind of in her hands a little too long. Brought it a little too low.
Yeah, that's served into the net. So back to Mill Valley, but Blue Valley now on top, 8-6. Tigers.
Called the double on the other side. So just a lot of contact errors on that second ball, just really on both sides. But again, that's just a first game jitters, kind of beginning of the season thing. They're going to work through all of that. We won't see that as much at the end of the year.
And that results in another point for Mill Valley, but it goes right back to Blue Valley as that serve way too deep and out. And 9-7. Tigers back up by 2.
Tori Hamilton back to serve. She's a 4-year varsity starter and a great leader for this Tiger team. So looks up, another block.
Great block. Taylor Roberts bringing it hard, but it came right back into the Mill Valley court. And Blue Valley picking it up a little bit now.
Yeah, it's amazing what a couple big plays can do, right? It's just such momentum builders. You get a block, you get the hit in the hitter's head a little bit, have them start to think about every swing they take.
10-7, the Tigers' biggest lead for them in this set. Big hit and nearly blocked, and Kilgore goes to the floor and couldn't come up with it. And that'll be a point for for Mill Valley. Let's watch that again.
There it was again. I could hear Johnson going, wait to the blockers. And again, they were just a touch early, and the hitters for the Jags are doing a good job of using those hands.
Riley Peterson again in there for Mill Valley. Blue Valley trying to
nice save.
Alive. Peterson.
Nice.
No, check that.
Reese
Johnston, the 6-foot senior.
She's a two-sport athlete for the Jags. She gets up really on a kind of a low ball and just kind of cuts that ball to the right. Yeah, really nicely done.
Almost hit the coach.
Yeah.
Ashlyn Landon serving for Mill Valley as it is now 10-9. And another point for the Jaguars.
That's a great push by Tori Gallus. Push that ball out to your go-to girl, Conley Kilgore, on the outside.
That ties it up 10-10 here in the second set. And Mill Valley won the first set 25-16. Landon. Soft serve. Oh, there's a little soft shot.
Yes, you'd love to see a middle blocker get down and get a second ball like that. I love that.
Nice. Riley Peterson again.
Really a great rally. See the middle right here? Johnston, excuse me. That was a great save. And then just the finesse play right over the block into the donut. Beautifully done.
Landon, serve. Conley Kilgore.
Kilgore's got a quick, fast arm, right? So she gets a hold on the block. If the block is floating at all, she's going to take advantage of you every time. Great finish.
Tied up once again, 11-11 here in the second set. Mill Valley leading the 1-0. They won the first set, but Tigers now up 12-11.
That was a great serve
Tigers
by Julia.
couldn't handle that one. Julia Kinney serving. Kilgore, nice again.
It's nice to see her take a little something off of that and kind of keep them on their toes a little bit. When a girl has an arm like that and hits heavy, you're kind of just on your heels. And those out of system plays, those kind of finesse balls, they really work for a girl like that because she hits it with such pace.
Big smile on Conley Kilgore's face after 2 consecutive points from her. Taylor Roberts tapping it over for Mill Valley. Here's Kilgore again. Oh, the little finesse.
There it is again. 2 in a row.
Almost hitting that one on the way down. And, net violation?
No, they called a lift on the setter.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, Ava Jones.
14-11. Blue Valley on top by 3 here in the second set. Peterson. Oh, the big finish from Briley Peterson.
That's who's got to get that ball in this scenario. You need to side out. You're letting them get ahead. You're going to give the ball to your senior 4-year starter. Briley Peterson with a cut shot to right back.
That was a nearly perfect shot. I mean, it had the power, and it was also hit where nobody really could get to it as well.
Yeah, you can see that she really knows what she's doing. She's been around. This isn't her first, her first rodeo. She knows what she's doing.
Sydney Fayette back in to serve for Mill Valley. Blue Valley leading 14-12, second set.
Nice. Oh, they're going to call that one. A little bit of a throw, if you will. It's all good. She's just trying to be aggressive.
Avery DeLong back in now for Blue Valley. Tori Gellis will be serving for the Tigers.
Jag's doing a nice job of passing and serve receive.
Peterson, and that one a little too hot. And out, and it's now 16-12, Blue Valley. Tigers up by 4. Now their biggest lead of this set.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
And that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. She's a senior. She's a 4-year starter. She used to be a right side. She's playing on the left side, but on serve receive there. Just right in that middle, that's there. They're in rotation. That will work every single time. So smart.
She seems to have very good vision, too. She's just not hitting it to be. She
Right.
knows exactly where they're not.
She knows exactly what she's doing, yeah. That's what you want to see out of your seniors.
Kilgore over here on the other side with a big shot, but nice save from Mill Valley. And then another Jaguar score as it gets over the net and in.
Madeline Schnaff up there ready at the net for that overpass. Just kind of places it to the ground ever so nicely.
Riley Peterson has been outstanding, back to serve for the Jaguars. Kilgore trying to kill it. Now check that. That is Avery DeLong. And that one.
In.
Is that in?
Yeah, it was in. Right on the line, it looks like. Let's take a second look here.
Madeline
right
Schnapp.
inside the block, yep.
Good look at it right there coming at you.
It's a really good play.
Mill Valley now has cut the Blue Valley lead to 1, 16-15. A chance to tie here. Briley Peterson with the serve.
Birthday ball. Everybody's up off the bench, going crazy. I love it. Reese Johnson, senior middle.
Birthday ball, and Reese Johnson blows out the candles.
Yeah, this is just what you dream of when you're a high school volleyball player. Like, you pray to get one of those, at least one of those a game. Put that ball on the 2-foot line.
All tied up 16-16, second set. Mill Valley looking to win the match if they can win this set.
Oh, boy. They almost had it. I thought it was going to dribble over.
Which you wouldn't have liked.
No. It's not my favorite play.
When did they change that rule?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, it's been a while. I think I was in college when it changed, but, man, I just never been a fan. We also used to be able to block serves, which was amazing.
Another nice one just on the back end.
Yeah, Madeline Schneff jumps high. She's got a nice little vertical on her, so she's getting up over that block, and then we see they're leaving her that seam. It's just beautifully done, really masterful.
Well, her coach says she can leap out of the gym, and certainly she has been getting up. Oh, a nice hit there for Blue Valley. And Tori Hamilton, I believe. Yeah, there it is, number 3.
They called that ball in. Let's see. Give us a good look at it. It looked like it was right on the line.
And
I'm glad I'm not making those calls.
Actually, I got to say, we've got some pretty good reviews here. And our officials have done a really terrific job.
Yeah, they have. This is not their first rodeo either. These women have been doing this for a long time. They know what they're doing.
And the Tigers now have a back-to-back points, and it's 19-17. And the Blue Valley trying to force that third and deciding set. Boy, another big hit. She is on fire right now.
She is, yeah. It helps when you can leap like that. You just get up and you can see the court. You can get up above the block. You can see what your options are. But those corners are always there out of the middle.
And it's not just the getting up, but it's the timing, too, as well as getting perfect. It's almost like a tennis serve, you know.
Right. Yeah, the setters for the Jags are doing a good job of moving it around, mixing it up, feeding their hitters. So you got to give credit where credit is due. They're in system, their passers are doing a good job, and their setters are doing what needs to be done.
And there she is again, Snuff.
Why not? Feed the beast.
She is really turning it on right now.
Let's look to that whole thing. You got the nice dig there by Sydney Kaiser. And again, that split in the block. Tied it up, 19-19. This is an exciting one.
And a good serve from Briley Peterson. Or check that. That's Ava Jones back there serving. And an aggressive type serve there, going all the way to the back line. A little too hot to handle.
Free ball opportunity.
Taylor Roberts.
Boom. Mill Valley just playing a really nice, complete game. You know, they're serving aggressively. They're getting the Tigers out of system. Their setters are moving it around. They're involving all their hitters. Their defense is doing a good job. And then their hitters are just doing an awesome job of seeing the floor, making the right shot at the right time, and using the block.
21 to 9. Well, make it 21 to 20 as that serve is too deep. And for Blue Valley, Charlie Thomas back in. She'll be serving as Avery DeLong goes to the bench. 21-20. Mill Valley back on top. Tigers of Blue Valley, those serving. Roberts.
There it is again. It's like they practiced that or something. Working on those shots off the block.
That's a pretty good 1-2 punch there with Taylor Roberts and Madeline Sneff.
Yeah, that's a smart play, and that's just a strong play. You have to be a strong hitter to do that and have a strong hand.
22-20, Mill Valley on top as Blue Valley. Dave Johnson wants to talk it over and calls the timeout. There's the Mill Valley huddle. But the Jaguars, Debbie Fay, again, has coached a long time. There's Dave Johnson in the Tiger huddle.
Yeah, at this timeout, if you're Debbie Fay, you're just talking to your team about just poise. Like, just stay calm. We have the lead. We need to keep the ball on our side. Let them make the mistakes, right? Don't try to do anything fancy. Keep the ball in play and let the Tigers make the mistakes. If you're Johnson, you're talking about calming down a little bit, taking a deep breath. Say, hey, we got this. We need a good pass right here.
There's Dave.
Ball's probably going to go to Julia Kinney if they get a good enough pass.
And there's that Mill Valley crowd over there. The students, they've really been into it. There's Debbie Fay, the head coach of Mill Valley, the veteran. Madeline Sneff, who's been outstanding for this team with the serve. For the Jaguars, Briley Peterson not quite there, and we're back.
That's a
super
tough ball to hit. Off the net, out of system, past your body. That's the one you just keep in play and reset.
Tori Hamilton will serve for Blue Valley, now trailing 22-21.
Oh my goodness.
That's Ashlyn Landon, I believe.
Yep, Ashlyn Landon, senior middle. Just got some experience, knows how to score points. Got a little lucky bounce there off the net.
23-21, Mill Valley trying to close out this set and win the match.
Nice dig.
Big hit, big dig.
Oh boy. That was a great dig by Madeline Schneff there, and it just came with a little too much spin and pace, and got a double contact there on the second ball.
So it's 23-22 now, and Blue Valley will be serving Julia Kinney. Oh.
Smart. I have a really great view of Mill Valley just from where I'm sitting, and I could actually see Briley Peterson's eyes. She went and looked. You can almost see it on the replay there at where their defense was, and said, "Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it there." Really smart.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, common fan, maybe when you watch volleyball, you think you're just hitting it to hit it.
Yep.
But she is really.
She's really thinking about it.
Directing that ball somewhere.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. Nice cover.
There it is.
Nothing like ending the game from a freshman swing on the right side. I love that.
Well, the Mill Valley Jaguars with their fans in full force go on to win the match in 2 sets over Blue Valley. They won 25-16, 25-22.
That was an exciting match for sure, and Mill Valley they brought it. They came to play today. They knew that this was an exciting stage to play on, and they definitely demonstrated that. They played smart volleyball. They played disciplined volleyball. It was fun. Oh, they're going to go see their fans. Get a little love.
What a way to start the season. Debbie Fay, the head coach, had her team playing very well, very aggressive in this match.
Yeah, don't count out the Tigers just yet. It's early, and they've got some youth out there, and they've got some people playing out of position. And Johnson knows what he's doing. He's gonna take his time, and he's gonna work these girls through some of that. We'll see a really disciplined Tiger team at the end of the year.
Second match of the day is in the books, as we got a third one coming up. There's the Olathe East Hawks. They'll be getting ready to take on Blue Valley Northwest. Nancy, it's been enjoyable. I learned a lot.
Yes,
Thank you so much. We'll be back with more from St. James Academy after this. And back at St. James Academy, we have 2 matches now in the books, 6 more to go here at the St. James Volleyball Slam. Volleyball all day on this Saturday in August, as the Mill Valley Jaguars just defeated Blue Valley in straight sets. And Nancy, your impressions so far? We had really contrasting matches with Gardner Edgerton and Shawnee Mission East earlier than this match with Mill Valley and Blue Valley. Yeah,
we're off to a great start. I mean, I was impressed with how ready to play Mill Valley came. They just played a perfect match. They were in system, they were moving the ball around a lot, and their hitters were making smart decisions. So it was, I think it caught everybody by surprise, this first game out. Usually you expect a few more kinks, but they did a great job. I look to see great things from them this season, and for the Tigers, as I said earlier, I think we haven't seen the best of them yet. They're always a great team, and they always put out a great product. So I'm excited to see how they develop throughout the season. Well,
Nancy, again, terrific working with you on the broadcast. Thank you so much for all your help. You'll be back a little bit later.
I'll be back.
Broadcasting and coaching, of course, later tonight as the St. James Volleyball Slam continues. Next up will be Olathe East, Blue Valley Northwest from St. James Academy.